This is going live, so y'all can play it back. It's not a ploy or nothing. It's just what it is. So y'all can play this back once it uploads. You know, if that's what you want. So, excuse me. The whole world has forgot that there's nothing down here but us, and that black people, and I'm not talking about black people as you know them. I'm talking about black people around the world have forgot that they're the beginning of all of this. It has nothing to do with culture, religion, spirituality, or anything you can come up with. I'm talking about period. Like, you see how I'm here talking to you live on the internet? If black people didn't exist, then I wouldn't be here doing this. That's the bottom line. So, where do we go from there? Because it's not like I'm trying to drop something that's like heavy. Oh my God, we need to find out. No, that's not what I'm not here for content. It's not about content. This is not content. It's not about the chosen people. It's not about the chosen ones, us versus them. Our people are looking bad. We need to clean up our act. None of that. That ain't got shit to do with it. It does, but not the way you think. Because you seem to forget that there's levels to it. Though you hollow, there's levels to this shit. But then when this level starts to rear its head in a way that where it's supposed to be, but that's by design. So don't worry about it. It's nothing. You figured that out by now. Now you're looking for who's real on this level. It's not about who's real. Who cares who's real? It's what are you doing for you? If you're looking for someone to come along with it, outside the people you've grown and known to love, to give you the thing that gave you that boost. Yeah, he said he recommended this book and I read it and but now he's not here for me to talk about it with him. They're always available. They are always available. But don't expect for people to just, oh yeah, because they're this type of person and they're this, and you can just 24 hours a day. They're people like you. Imagine who they were before they came into these human bodies. See, we don't deal with that type of thing out there because this ain't even a thing. Because this is, what is this? Come on now, we buying noodles at a gas station. When y'all gonna catch on? We are buying noodles at a gas station. When are you gonna catch on? It's not about something's wrong with this. This is this. This is this. This. No, 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 no. It's not about none of that. I'm not saying that it's that information is obsolete because you studied up until this point and you got here and you wasted your time. No, I'm saying don't get stuck there. You own to it. Keep going. Why? Because you know what? When you find out what it all leads up to, it all leads back to you. And now you realize that, damn, if I'm like this, imagine what they know or don't know. I don't know. What the fuck am I? And that's why a lot of niggas run back to that. We all the same thing because everybody has a chance to do, but everybody has a chance to do what? If they did, motherfucker, we wouldn't be here. Can I be honest? We wouldn't be here now. I wouldn't be saying the stuff that I'm saying. You got to understand that it's not about race, creed, color, uh, amount of melanin, this, that, and the other. You can have all the melanin in the world, but if you're not using it, freely using it, that's the true word. Freely using it. And I'm only using words you understand because if I start, who else will understand me other than the people who know, who did the diligent work? So we got to speak in the language which is said to have happened, which you cats be looking at and trying to bring it to make it fit your situation, which you're not wrong with, but you're a part of the puzzle. You're a part of the puzzle. Why is that such a wrong thing? You understand? You have to understand that number one, the stuff you're arguing about is your history. No one else has a history down here aside from you being here and there being a history to argue over. That's what you're missing out on. And it's not to be big headed about it and say, well, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even know about Chinese people. It's not about that, nigga. You down here. And because of you, Chinese people gotta fucking be down here talking about they don't like these type of people. But it's not to condemn you or make you feel bad about nothing. It's just to bring your ass to the reality that, nigga, what the fuck is you arguing and talking about? But you don't know that shit because guess what? Somebody got you thinking about one specific thing. And then people like Bobby Hemmett come along. You want to know what's so great about Bobby Hemmett? Why everybody always quote and cite Bobby Hemmett? Because he took every fucking religion around the world and made it one thing. Not in no religious praise God. We need to ask God to come in here tonight. No, he showed you how all of that stuff combined together showed you as being God. Those are the components of God. It just so happened that it happened in the islands, the mainland, and that's it. And that's how we see things, as the islands or the mainland. So if you go to every place where there was major landmass and little scattered out pieces of whatever around it, when it came down to not the great split, and then the great split, and then the super great split, and then the migration. They still thought they could work it out. Why should we have to do this to figure that out? That's how we are. Nigga could say some shit to you that don't fucking make sense at all. But then later on, when you process that shit, you be like, God damn, How the fuck did he know that? Because it's you, nigga. That's it. It's you, motherfucker. It's you saying, nah, motherfucker, it's this. You know what niggas don't want to accept? That it's the great mother. Why? Because they was taught one thing, and it's cool though. Because they want the great mother to be this, you know what I'm saying, to her husband. When she created her husband, it ain't about the literature pointing toward that or nothing, anything. It's just that you seeing that, you know what I'm saying? So she knew herself better through this part that we call masculine and feminine. And by us being her so-called children, which is herself, include me here now saying this. I mean, what are you really talking about? And you can say this ain't it because then you got to subscribe to what? If you're not of, you know what I mean? Where you going? Because people could try to hide and disguise it in whatever they want to. But guess what? You know what they can't do? Hide it from me. Why? Because I am what they hiding. Just like you are. It's not like I'm something that you're not. I'm talking about those who are this. And it has nothing to do with racism or nothing. Because this ain't about racism. Racism doesn't exist in this world. Why? Because this is a place where there are no beings. And it's just now down here having to endure something called racism. Now, if you think that's something that has anything to do with racism, even if you believe black people were the first ones down here, guess what? You wasn't around, so racism don't exist in the time I'm talking about even here. Why? Because your academia says it doesn't exist. Because it can't exist because you ain't around. Because racism only started when what? We created white people. Let me say that again. Racism only started when we, as what you call black people, the black community need to come together. We created white people, and white people created racism. Now, let's rewind that. It ain't that white people created it. We made it physical. We made racism physical. We need to experience it. Are we saying that white people are useless and wasteless and don't deserve and no? Are we pleading the case for white people? No. Man, my people suffer now. Why you saying this? It sounds like you were this, that, and the other. But you don't understand who you are and what you are. Not that I'm saying something to try to shame you to get on my bandwagon. Nigga, you ain't got to listen to me. When you do the evidence, you gonna get to this anyway. I'm not trying to give you a spoiler alert either. I'm just trying to help you out so you can be more relaxed while getting there because there are some things that's going to make you. Because when you first start out, you might actually watch the whole movie. You know the one, Charlie. You know that movie. Where they prove that, what you call it, that Uncle Tom ain't the real person that they say he is in history. Uncle Tom ain't the sellout. They just use Uncle Tom to try to make him a sellout, to try to get you to see what he really did. And it's really about, and it wasn't about Uncle Tom to try to get on some physical human shit. No, yeah, that's part of it. Let's not overlook that because that's the manifestation of it. But what he was showing you as the human is showing you that no, nigga, this is all a part of you that you're acting out. And because you made them physical, you also rolled in the claws for you to understand that shit. And they figured that shit out like, oh, some of their ass was like, we can take these motherfuckers. Oh, you're not intelligent enough to make nothing like that. It's all you, nigga. How is it real unless you give it life? It's not to overlook nobody, downplay nobody, look down on nobody. They don't exist. They don't count for nothing. They're this, they're that. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's not about backtracking, backpedaling, none of that shit, nigga. When you get done with all of that and you do what I did, and it's not what I did, it's everybody who's on this level. Do what we did, you'll find out exactly what I'm saying ain't bullshit. So when you get done with it, what the fuck else can you do? Either go this way or go backwards toward like, yo, man, you know what? All of that's good, but yeah, I still believe that this. But why do you have to think that it's something bad and everybody's attacking you because you're a human? There is no such thing as humans versus the gods, and they're putting you in that mind frame to keep you on that, so it can be like that. But sorry, that's not how it really is. Man, excuse me for a minute. Hold on. will soon understand. And you start to see everything line up. Not the way I say it, anything like that, but the way things are presenting itself as the way I've always told you. It's not about me being right. It's just what it is. It's like it's in every a lot of listen, it's not like you're behind a lot of people or in front. It has nothing to do with that. Listen, it's not about you being embarrassed about what time you wake up at the time you wake up. What are you embarrassed about? If you've been hearing this stuff and you think, oh, I caught on late, they all gonna laugh at me and this and the other, and you've been and that's what you've been all this time riding on. You know who that's all on? You. You know what we doing? Laughing at you. Not to embarrass you, put you down, and none of that. That's all you worried about is that. That's what we laughing at you about. But when it's time, but you understand, you can't revert back to none of those behaviors. We understand that you've been through that. But you got to understand something. That's what kept you from using and engaging into being in this time. Because you thought nobody would understand you. It ain't got to be nobody. It ain't, listen, it's not about being the way somebody else is doing it. It's you doing it in your own unique, special way. Everybody understands you doing it. Why? Because you on the same frequency. It's not about some thing that everybody has a code word and they say it out loud and then they commence to doing it. No. It's the energy. That's the only word that you really understand. You're on that frequency. But you're there with it, with the knowledge. It's not like they're not there with you, but in the mind, they're not there with you. Because you can see overall. And there because you want to do all of this other crazy stuff here, and this crazy stuff here, yeah, it is. But don't mean you're supposed to abandon it. It's crazy here to do the stuff you're doing. And people know that, look, you know what? People came to do what they do. Either you own it or not. They're going to do it. And listen, it's going to always be that. And do it. It has nothing to do with any of that type of stuff. That's what this is. This place is. There's a space for that type of thing to be held up right here. So you got to understand what stroll life and all of that type of stuff. You know what I mean? You ain't the one owning it. You couldn't be, because you designed it. You just took the market by getting her to understand what you said. I mean, do you really like that mink coat? You only did it because you got her to buy it for you. If you get her to buy you a mink coat, you can get her to do anything else. And then you start doing everything else under the sun. So you thought you was somebody right? You really did. You thought you was somebody. Nigga, don't lie to me. You thought you was somebody until life happened to you. Because it does. You niggas right now, all y'all, that ain't this male, female, ain't got nothing to do with the pimp game. What I'm talking about. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. I'm talking about reality. You woke up today and you thought it was popping. Got nothing to do with how you think the word. I'm talking about you thought it was popping. Why? Because it's a time for you to figure this, learn that. You don't understand. Somebody has to wake up struggling today. Now I'm not trying to make you feel guilty. What they have to that's gonna happen all the time. It's been going on all the time. But how much of this information that we knew down here on this physical realm where you can try to make me agree to you so you can keep down here waking up in your fantasy. It'll never be a time where niggas ain't got to pay for fruit that's growing around them. Niggas raised in the neighborhood where certain people got fruit growing on their land, and why they ain't got fruit growing on their land. Hold on, wait a minute, time out. Why they trees and but mines ain't the same as you know what I mean? But see, you don't understand those type of struggles because you don't live in those types of places. And then overall, why you growing up in a place where fruit and shit like that is growing around you, but then you going to the store to buy that shit? How you growing up in a place where oranges is growing around you and then you going to the store to buy that shit? They growing in places around you and you going to buy that shit. But I'm crazy. I'm the nigga that's off balance. You right. I'm not. It ain't got nothing. It's not an indictment. That's what you must know. So you can really get over it and get back to where you need to be. It's not an indictment. I'm just trying to get you to understand. And it has nothing to do with buying into making human conditions better. I'm saying be comfortable while you're here, figuring out. Because everybody ain't going to take to this information the same way. Because they don't know what I'm really saying overall. It's not about making human conditions better so you can fight for a better earth. Nigga, you still don't understand. Ain't no more earth. Earth never existed. Let's get down to the brass tacks. Earth never existed. Ain't no Mars, Jupiter, none of that. Ain't no Madre de la Agua. As much as you love them, they don't fucking exist, nigga. They only exist because your ass is still here talking about Earth and we need to fight for civil rights and shit like that. That's why Madre de Agua exists. And you think they want to still fucking help you? You think I'm being disrespectful? Ask them. They only exist because your ass exists. Who is Madre de Agua? You don't know shit about black people then. You so fucking educated. Or unless you one of them just people that just sectarian, stuck in your ways and how this, that, and the other. Nigga, ain't none of this shit true to me. Why? Because it don't exist unless I make it up. So you one of them people that made up the stuff back then? I don't know, nigga. How much information do you know? It's not about that shit either. About everybody got to be and be this type of. No, nigga, you don't get it. We show up. It ain't what you think it is. And everybody ain't got to be like this, and then, damn, all of them got to be this, that, nigga, no, y'all motherfuckers that's trying to, oh, well, you know, we just got to be this, just restricting. You got to be, nigga, we understand, look, ain't no such thing as health without you being alive. What the fuck is eating healthy unless black people exist. Now how about that? Now what you gonna say? All your fucking historians and everybody else, and I'm not calling nobody out or none of that shit. I'm just trying to get your ass to answer a real question, motherfucker. All you motherfuckers that be talking that shit. Unless black people exist, when the fuck do eating healthy exist? I'm not saying I got something against eating healthy or none of that shit. I'm just trying to get y'all to understand that that's not spirituality. Like Bobby Hemmett and them said, nigga, I'm gonna keep saying that shit. That ain't fucking spirituality. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be practicing it. No, nigga, you physical in the body. You better know how to have certain cheat codes to this motherfucking Sonic and Knuckles bullshit. Hilltop zone, green pastures in front of you. The goal is to become immortal, gold Sonic. The one who doesn't exist. To beat the game is to wake up out this dream that you in. Except for in this dream, your ass forgot that you know how to walk through walls, fly. So much so that you devise board games at home with fake money. Then you go to the store with fake money. Oh, that's because they said it's fake money in the country. Yeah, I get it. I get the metaphor. No, bro, it's fake money. For real. Fake money is fake money. Ain't no fucking metaphor. It's fake money, nigga. Wake up. This shit ain't real, nigga. Ain't none of this shit real. History, the Dogon tribe, nigga. Ain't no, what the fuck is the Dogon tribe? Let's be real. I'm not saying that you should overlook it. Don't, why waste time studying it? No, nigga. Your ass won't know who the fuck you are then. But I'm just trying to say, don't get caught up once you figure it out for real. Don't get stupid all over again. You niggas get dumb all over again. You just get real fucking stupid. Now all of a sudden Earth looks good to you. She's appealing. Let's keep her going and find out if we can make things work. Because I think being physical with each other, why? Because you like how sex feel? Sex ain't even real, nigga. I ain't saying because I can't perform great or none of that type of shit. It's not real, stupid. It's not real. Am I trying to deprive you of something? No. But you're fighting for it. And meanwhile, your stupid ass keep fighting for it. Why? Because as long as niggas down here in this physical realm, niggas gonna be who the fuck they is. It ain't got nothing to do with a cycle. Are you past it now? Because you niggas like, what the fuck is a cycle? And niggas still acting the same goddamn way. Nigga, because it has something to do with a fucking cycle. It's who you are in the physical. You can only be certain ways in the physical. Everybody's not going to agree in the physical. But that showed you who you are on another level this way. So now you understand something deeper, but you are here channeling it here through this apparatus. Therefore, in this moment, you think I'm probably tweaking a lot of people. Not that I'm trying to create a situation for sensationalism or anything like that, or any other type. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's just that that's what time it is. Sorry. That's what it is. Ain't no getting around it. You listen, if you don't know that black people is all there is to existence. Everything came out the black mind. White people did Nigga, that shit came from the black mind. It has nothing to do with disrespect. You are useless. You are this, that, and the other. Nigga, everybody goes with us. We take with us. You know how deeply black people feel in a physical form that ain't even real? See, you still don't fucking understand. You think it's all about some bullshit that you thinking about fucking and paying bills and black people, this certain type of, you know what I'm saying? You don't even think the ancient black people knew what they was talking about half the time in your mind. That's how fucked up niggas is. I'm not the only one who came out loud and said this shit. But at the same time, though, we knew exactly what we was on. Because it ain't had nothing to do with how pretty the buildings was. Nigga, they wrote on every motherfucking thing. In all historical societies, they got writings on everything to tell you this is the part right here. You need to connect this, that, so it can become one big puzzle put together so you can understand on how to get the fuck up out of here and never have to do this shit again. That's all this shit was about. I have to never have to come to earth and do this shit again. You think this shit's some big, what's the meaning of life? To never have to do this shit again. What's the meaning of life? To never have to do this shit again. What's the meaning of life? To never have to do this shit again. Who the fuck wants to live this again after they figure it out? You think it's all about gas prices? This nigga tweaking. Sean, shut the fuck up. You right. If this the thing, why ain't nobody ain't nigga? Because this the shit they had from your black ass. But you gotta know why you should never have to do this again. It's not so simplistic as to never have to do it again. Like I was just yelling out, to never have to do it again. It's not so simplistic. You have to figure it out for yourself. Why you should never. I just gave you the cheat code version of it so you can figure it out quickly with yourself. It ain't something you gotta live out lifetimes, nigga. Fuck you talking about? They made you think it was lifetimes, nigga. They had your ass in that shit so you can keep recycling so your energy could be used in different bodies and you can have different stories so you can be, and it ain't about, oh, he one of them niggas that got tricked and there's a difference between the ones who figured it out right away, all this type of shit, you know, because they got you already in it. All of that shit is represented here. You don't understand that shit. I'm not trying to make no new category of beef amongst the people. No, fucker. The shit's already been here. You didn't understand it, but it's great. Motherfucker, you understand it when you ready to understand it. My nigga. I'm glad you recognize that shit. Fuck everybody else who made you feel any other type of way. Because you knew what the fuck you was talking about when you was talking about it. And the people on the other side knew what they was talking about when they was talking about it. So it's not like you versus them. You wrong, they right, you wrong, you right, they wrong and you right. It ain't, no. It's a balance of all of this shit has to be for you to recognize this one moment that I'm talking about right now. So that this shit right here can totally be away from you. So you can focus. Right now, you still thinking that what I'm saying is crazy. And the whole time, you should be saying to yourself, why the fuck is this type of reality, whether it's me going to work or anything else, even real to me? If I think this nigga crazy, why in the fuck am I paying a phone bill? You get what I'm saying? If I think this nigga crazy, why the fuck am I paying a phone bill? A light bill, a gas bill, a water bill. Niggas get gassed up for free. Niggas think they bright. You get what I'm saying? It's okay though. It's alright. You're free to be you. But when you start doing so, society says, no, fuck that. He's crazy. That motherfucker need medication. And y'all agree to that shit. Why? Because you don't know who the fuck you are. I am you and you are me. So you gotta understand when they tell you certain shit to make you think it's supposed to be about. No, nigga, it ain't got nothing to do with that shit. All of this shit is you, motherfucker. It's in your mind. White people exist because your ass exists. Plain and simple. So it's not about you hating and woo, 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 woo. What the fuck would you do if you was created in a place that wasn't even conducive to you being alive, motherfucker? And then realize that shit. The reason why you fucked up with white people because your ass is asleep. You don't know nothing about white people. And you think they really actually did something to get down on your ass. No, nigga, you left their ass in charge. What the fuck you gonna do? You left here alone with nobody to stimulate you. All you got is dumbass niggas. You felt like, oh, I've been left here to guard these dumbass niggas. I'm not making the case for these people or saying that they no racist type of. No, nigga, I'm trying to show you what it is. Reality states that this is what we did down here in the physical so we can uncover this shit right here. We had to bring white people as we know them today and call them today to the physical realm so your ass can get to a certain place in life. And now that you brought them here, it's not that you owe them anything. It's that now you're reconciling that that's a part of yourself that you had to make physical. Damn, that's what it took for a nigga to get on? You ever said that shit before? Alright then, nigga. That's what it took for you to get to that point right now? For you to have to go through some shit that had a nigga like Sean talk about? This why white people was brought to existence in the physical realm where you had to say this nigga tweaking? What is he talking about? I don't understand him. What is he saying? Where you get that information from? What book you read? Who you been listening to? Is he regurgitating? I'm not doing this to make it me seem like nothing. Because you read the same information and you up on what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to get you to understand is this. You can get bored with it like I do. So you have to remember, nigga, this is what you're here to do. Stay focused on your particular thing you're supposed to be here to do. There's no great message. I'm just merely here doing this as a, hey, stay focused, motherfucker. It look crazy to people. I'm not condoning bad behavior and stuff like that and in the name of people who misusing this information. No. You know what happens to those people? Exactly what they think they doing to you. Plain and simple. Why? It's because here is a place you don't need to be doing stuff like that, period. Not like there's a place you can get away with it. No, you don't need to be. This is the worst place to do it. Why? Because you ever fuck somebody over and it came back to you and you tried to act like you was something else. Not saying that's what I had to do. I'm just saying you niggas be on that shit. I see it. Smell it on your clothes. But it's okay though. Why? Because Earth, Green Acres is the place to be. You know what I mean? So, when it all comes down to it, cosmically, this was always, come on, man, what are you talking about? You talking about Earth constructs. What is Earth? Something in your mind. He was real the whole time. Real? What the fuck is real? Like, you motherfuckers is crazy. Like, this shit goes beyond this place. And in heaven, what's heaven? You want to be somewhere else? Doing some shit like this, but just on another level because I'm infinitely just charged to only do this. Get the fuck out of here. You still don't understand. Why is that a crime? Please tell me why that's a crime. Why you should feel guilty, anything. I'm not trying to come at you sideways. I'm just trying to get you to understand that, look, who cares if you don't know right now? The point is, how much of it are you trying to take your time, not rush to meet someone else's standards? The only standards you care about is yours. And if you're rushing yourself into something you don't fully understand, what the fuck are you rushing toward? You don't understand it. Why are you rushing? Somebody made it appealing. Then you gotta understand something. You're a person that needs to be around people and follow them for enough so you can get off into your own. That's what you'll understand. That don't mean you gotta follow them the rest of your life. You may just have to follow them for a while. But you don't recognize that and you keep getting caught up in that and now you're in this place. So what? I know I sound crazy, but who cares? The people who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. You're in that place, so what? You gotta understand something. You have been used to following people since before you heard stuff that made sense to you tell you about following people. Now, I'm not trying to replace them. What I'm trying to get you to understand is this. When the last time you listened to your goddamn self and said, you know what, I'm done with all of it? Then you said this is the way you're supposed to be going. It's not about trying to convert you. Nigga, I don't give a fuck what you do. Quite frankly. Do you? Here's the thing I need you to understand. When it's all said and done, it's all you. No one else. There are books out there. Now, if you're one of those type of people that need to be up behind somebody, why does that make you a bad person? I'm definitely not here trying to make it seem like you weak, lesser than, or none of that. That's not what I'm here to do. That's like saying that's a part of life that I just, but then yet, I grew up in the church. You get what I'm saying? He's a perfect background. Yeah, he was this. That's not what I said. We went to church a lot. I'm not saying that it was a whole lot and it was this, that, and that other. But it's okay though. It's not about clout. What I'm trying to get you to understand is this. It has nothing to do with any of that type of stuff. When you start to find out who you are beyond all of this, you start, okay, all right. Because it's not like some club or hierarchy of living. But I'm not trying to say we are all the same thing either. Don't be stupid now. Don't be stupid now, people. Get real. But when it comes down to what the time it is, you cannot argue the facts. So what I'm gonna leave you with is this. Only thing I'm gonna say is read and find out for yourself. The reason why I keep saying start off with Holographic Universe by Michael Talbot is so you can get into a mindset of knowing what we actually thought this place was about. And then you'll be able to put everything else. And that's why they try to make it seem like, oh well, we're all here with the same thing, and there's no chosen people. But then they have a certain type of chosen people, and then they have you acting this certain way. But then you this that, and that. But yet you're down here in the hierarchy, and they build it into their system, and you go for it. So don't be a sucker, be a scholar.